3.
We had a good amount of athletes that we were covering.
5 athletes in a team?
5 athletes, and some
they're
were
all different divisions except for 2 of the athletes.
Yes,
that
we
were
had
elite males.
we had 2 that were in the elite, and then I covered another elite additionally as well.
Yeah.
So we had a bunch of athletes that we were covering. So
humble brag though.
Going into this weekend, we knew we had a lot on our plate.
Yeah.
So we knew we needed to be very structured and have that. So like looking back at the weekend that we had, just based off of your experience, like what went really well? What would you tell people, hey, before you go to any event, it doesn't have to be a CrossFit event. It could be a High Rocks event. It could be a football game, a high school football game.
Yeah.
Like what do you need to do before you get there in order to make sure that, and I'm just talking about before you get there, to make sure that you have success?
I think our schedule, I think how we made that schedule, the shared note schedule, I think that was really helpful. Obviously things can change and we kind of adapted to that on the fly, but having a schedule.
Yeah.
I mean, like again, as an example, like when you shoot like a wedding, like if you have like those notes in that schedule that you can constantly refer to, I feel like it takes a lot of stress away.
Yeah.
Because even if things change, it's relatively around the same time, right? So you kind of know like who's our next focus, right? Like if JT's about to go, okay, we got to go to JT. Okay, CJ's going next. Okay, we know that where we're going to be next is going to be in this general vicinity.
I haven't gone since like 2021. I'm a washed up quarterfinals athlete, but I appreciate that. Shout out.
You did a competition.
That's okay. It's fine. They don't need to know about that. So with that schedule, detailed, right? So typically, at least in the CrossFit space, there are different what they'll call stages or just basic competition floors.
Yeah.
So if you're at a bigger event, they'll have 3, sometimes 4 different floors. So you need to identify where it's happening first.
Yeah.
The second thing that you need to do is identify the time.
Who?
Because I was going to say time first because it doesn't even necessarily mean.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
Yeah.
So time, not saying you're wrong. It's equally as important because it's like you get there, who you actually going to film.
You can say
so if you do the time aspect, then you know, okay, I'm at, I think one was like Frogs Battleground, no free ads, at 9:45, and then you would have the person, you would have the lane.
Yeah.
And then typically what I usually do, and I didn't do it this time around, was have some type of descriptor of the workout. So I know what movements they're doing because to your point, we have multiple athletes, multiple different divisions. So the workouts are going to change based off the divisions. You're running from floor to floor, stage to stage. So making sure that you know the time, where it's happening, the lane, and the person, which all are readily available before the competition starts. That's probably the first point.
It alleviates a lot of stress.
Yeah.
Because when the day comes, that's when you don't really have as much time to think.
No, so you have no time to think.
Yeah, if you take away, because in my opinion, you need to take away as much outside problems, control every variable you can is basically what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So if you control those variables, then you can focus on delivering the best product for the athlete, the client, the whatever, the brand. Because again, there were multiple instances in which we were like, hey, this person's going in 2 minutes and we just watched so-and-so finish. And they're on the other side of the park. So we're running across Discovery Park with our cameras in tow. Like,
yep.
Okay, we got to go. Like, we got to be there and we got to go.
I'll throw in like a bonus thing too with the schedule is like with the workout descriptions, this is all pre-planning. If you know the workout is going to be a shorter time domain, like make note of that because then you know that, okay, my transition time from the one stage to the next stage or the one whatever to the next one is going to be a lot quicker or a lot slower or whatever it is. The other thing within that is the movement. So from a video standpoint, you can speak from a photo standpoint. From a video standpoint, I don't have to get the person doing 1 million rope climbs. I need probably a rope climb from 3 different angles or something like that I can make seamless.
Yeah.
Right? And then I move on to the next movement. Okay. So if there's 3 movements, the time domain is like 18 or so minutes. You can then make a business decision. Hey, I need to be there. I need to document what's happening, but then I have a hard out at this time because I know I need to be on the next spot at whatever time.
Yeah. And to touch on that from a photography standpoint, it's when you have a 20-minute workout versus a 4-minute workout, because I'm a big like proponent of not overshooting, because it's a big problem.
Yeah.
I mean, you overshoot. Storage is a large issue once you get into the space. You start to realize quickly how challenging that can be. But when you're shooting a 20-minute workout, overshooting for that looks different than overshooting for a 4-minute workout. Exactly. Whereas when you go to shoot a 4-minute workout, you better be holding that shutter button down far more within that 4-minute span, because there's only so much you can get.
Yep.
Whereas let's just have a hypothetical. There's a 20-minute workout where they're sitting on a bike for 3 of those minutes at the start.
Right.
Okay. You can get a shot of the bike.
Right.
Then you can move somewhere else.
Right.
Get another shot of the bike. Move somewhere else. Get another shot of the bike. Okay. But you don't have to sit there and hold the shutter button down 14 million times, right? And take 10,000 photos for one event when the event's 20 minutes long.
Yep.
Right. But an event's 4 minutes long, for me personally, I'm looking at that I need to take a lot more pictures.
Yep.
In the sense that I'm trying to capture more things in less time.
Yeah.
Whereas, again, we had a row run event, and it's okay, there's only so many pictures I can take of somebody on a rower.